my dear Gemini. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of August 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Leo season, so happy birthday to all Leos out there. And I read for the signs in order of birthdays from now on. And except for the bonus reading that might be performed in order of most liked videos. And as always, these readings apply to your sun, moon, rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And if you have watched this and still have a lot of questions, you can get more information from the bonus readings for July or the general readings for July. There's also the pick a card readings. You can find all these readings if you click my little Queen of Cups icon and scroll a little bit down on the first page from these general readings, which I'm doing now. And you will see different readings that can clarify your situation. Choose the one that's most intriguing and you will find the answer that you need. You can also seek out a personal reading. Go to the About section on my channel, far to the right, and you can order a reading from there. For this reading specific, I will use the 78 Tarot Mythical Tarot of the Legendary. It's a global art collaboration illustrated by 81 artists. And it's 81 cards. So, my dear Gemini, when I open your deck here, I see the World and the Wheel of Fortune. So it seems like big karmic cycles are coming to an end for you. Big karmic cycles. Long period of time. So, I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have Two of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So, some kind of union is going to happen between what has been in some way separated or in conflict through these different karmic cycles. It's going to come into union again, or a new attempt to fix what might have been broken. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here I see the Knight of Pentacles together with the 2 of Cups. So I think you have the strength that it takes to make things better this time. Okay, you have the skills and the resources. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the moon together with the Knight of Pentacles. So you can see the purple here from the African savanna, the trees there, and in her clothing. So it's something that can feel very dark and painful, but it's actually going to lead to a beautiful transformation and a kind of a new dawn and a new way to look at things. You will become more brave, more luscious, more alive. So it's a good thing. 6 elements, earth. And here we have a Page of Swords, the Hangman. So I think it's something that's very clever inside of you, is awakening, something like your core. It's almost like you have hanged like this in a cocoon, like a larva, and what's going to come out is a beautiful butterfly, and the beautiful butterfly is you, and the person you have always been, you just didn't notice. So earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to come here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Gemini viewers. So I want my dear Geminis to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Sorry for my horses if you hear them. They are a little bit upset with each other. Maybe one is inside the stall and the other one thinks that this first one is too close or something. They're very touchy-feely sometimes. Mares. Okay. So I'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the energy of August for you. So, my dear Gemini, this is your future there, and this is your now, and this is your past, and we have the 8 of Swords there. It has come for a lot of people, how we have conformed to people and their rules to be a part of the community, And also we have obeyed very strong leaders. We can see the chain here in the horse's reins, and the chain there with the swords and the flashes. It's something that have gone round and round. It's like if someone get angry with you, you get angry with another person, and they get angry with a fourth person, and then they start World War III. So this is how it goes. So it's about both starting to, follow your own rules and your soul instead of your little human mind, and still wanting to be in communion with other people, but not having to win over them. Okay. And that was in your past, and this is in your now. And we have this cutie pie. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Dragon Tamer. So I think you are making big sacrifices of old things that you thought would fulfill you. For example, to be obedient in a way that would make you loved. But here you just start to love yourself and start to give yourself the authority over your own life, and also the divine more authority, and you're evolving in a very, 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 very beautiful way. And this is in your future, and we have meditation, Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So this is a little bit more it's difficult. Okay, you are going to have to go through things where there's some kind of tension between you and another king. Because when we become our own authority, and there's other authorities out there that's also their own authority, you're starting to, you don't want the drama, you don't want the drama, and you don't want stupid compromises. So sometimes there's a necessary distance between you and another person, but there's still love there, and there's still like good intentions. It's just that you need to work with yourself right now, and to kind of cement that inner peace that you have found by trusting, believing in yourself, standing on your own side, becoming your own authority, becoming the one that you listen to, the one you love, also the one you give justice and you stand behind. So here's your past, and we have the Tower, we have the Eight of Swords, and also underneath as the start of situation, and the Tower. So you're putting old values into flames, you're not honoring them anymore, and it's a good thing. You tear down everything that was built on solid ground, so you can build on this new foundation that's you, the true you, instead of the mask that you carried. Eight of Swords is actually, it's Gemini. It's how we try to be everything for everyone, and then we question ourselves because maybe we're still not good enough. And the only way to get rid of that kind of type of schizophrenia, where we compartmentalize ourselves in different me's, that one me is attacking the other me, and that me is supposed to feel very bad, is to actually unify with yourself. Everything you feel, think is okay. It's okay. You don't have to change. You can be yourself. And from that foundation, you build your life anew. And here we have a Seven of Wands. So even if people come here to, you have changed so much, and they come with pitchforks to, prevent you from going crazy and disrupting the rules of society or the rules of your group. You are ready to stand on the barricades and, give them a good fight. You are what you are, and you're not going to conform just because they are threatening you with being exposed. It's like this. For example, I was looking at series the other day where there was a couple falling in love with a third woman. They were married, and the neighbors were really strange, and running around their house and looking and trying to figure out what was going on. And there was also people blackmailing them and all sorts of things. But if you were not to care about what other people thought about your love life or your relationship, and no one could blackmail you. So it's like you are in a situation where people think that they have more power over you than what they have. They only have the power that you give them, not more than that. And here we have a Queen of Wands, and she's usually not giving away of her power. So it's sad to know that these people are not on your side. You would have wanted them to embrace your new you with open arms and understand that this is you and this is how you want to be, and you don't want anyone to take this away from you. But they can't love you as you are. They need to oppose you because you are scaring the living hell out of them by your change. If everyone were like you, the world will not be recognizable. They would lose control. They need control. They think that there's control, but control is an illusion. But they want to keep that illusion intact. And for you, the illusion is already gone. You have these antennas out here with crystals. You know things that other people might not. And here we have also the sun. So here it becomes painfully obvious what is what. And if you tell the truth to people, if you say, well, I'm here with my wife's and I's new girlfriend, and it's very new. I'm going with this movie right now. It's very new. We met her yesterday, but we want to explore this. This is the truth, and it's kind of not your business. Okay, so truth coming out. Very no hiding, no hiding in the dark or pretending that, well, I'm me, but. And I stand on my side, but I'm not going to let anyone else see who I am. Here it's just out there already. And then it's a great journey to take yourself forward with this new reality. You have realized who you are, and now the rest of the world needs to realize who you are. It's not going to be an easy thing. It's almost like dying. This girl, Persephone, she's going over the river Styx. And she doesn't seem like shaking her legs when to meet her maker. So she's actually going to meet Hades, which have forced her to be his wife half of the year in a compromise. But I think she has started to own the situation, and I think that she's now dictating the terms in that marriage, from what I can see with this girl. You can dictate the terms with your neighbor. You don't have to listen to their rules. They called you, but what came wasn't what they called. And now I'm hearing a song that's not with this. It's some kind of, you're not too happy with the divine at this point. Because you came when the divine called. We came when you called. Thousands of us, loyal hearts, something like that. I will put it in the description box for you as always. So you have done a tremendous journey. You have gone through tremendous challenges. We have a lot of big major arcana cards here, and the Seven of Wands. Mars in Leo together with Queen of Wands, which is Aries, so it's very fiery. This is also Leo, and it's fire to the tower. So it's like you put the fire to the whole world, your whole world, the old world, what that wasn't true. And you have done so because you were challenged, so challenged that you had to break your old rules of what was convenient for you and how you wanted to be in the world, and you couldn't do anything else than to become the true you, because that was the only thing that kind of survived this ordeal. And now you're a little bit bitter with the universe maybe for putting you through this, but you see, it's already paid off, because now you are you instead of someone else that weren't you. And here we have also strength. So Leo again comes underneath the tower. So you are what you are. You're not hiding yourself. You're proud of who you are, and you don't care about other people's opinion. Eight of Swords, strength. This is what comes from all the eights, when we kind of we shake off the yoke of all the people's expectations and just become ourselves, our soul with our true instincts, and we just trust that the universe loves us in the way that we are, because in other case, why should we be the way we are? The universe doesn't make mistakes in their creations. you're a beautiful expression of divine light, and you're a beautiful soul, so you don't have to pretend to be someone else and kind of dishonor the universe by doing so. Pretending to be someone else, that is. Not when you become yourself. Then you honor yourself, your temple, that's your body, and the universe. And here we have a Three of Swords, so it's very sad that other people can't, they can't support you in this. They wanted you to be slave, slave to the grind. That's the song, I think. I don't know what song that is. Probably some rock song from my youth. Slave to the grind. Hanging out with boys in a band. Okay. So it's sad that they can't love you, because your heart is pure and that you had the best intentions with everything. And it's sad that they can't see that. They look at you with suspicion in their eyes and like you were a threat to them. And you don't understand how people can feel threatened by you at all. What's the problem? What is it that they get so scared over? And maybe we'll find out. Beautiful energy here anyway when you start to love yourself. Yeah, this is what they're scared of. Knight of Swords, it's Gemini. So I think you can, even though you feel little and harmless, you have sharp words and a sharp mind and a great self-respect as of now. So you are powerful, and when you say something, the ground is shaking. When you are seeing things, it can be interpreted as very mean. If you see right through their masks and their shells and their everything. So of course this can be scary, and it can also be used as an evil force if we want to. If we get hurt by others, we might want to hurt other people. And this is the warrior energy, like Gemini is the warrior energy of the world, how we make war towards ourselves. We take our brother in another country or a sister in another country and we go towards them with bayonets and swords and trying to kill off our own image in the mirror. It's stupid really, but it's the human dance, and that's why we are at in our evolutionary step as of now. Hopefully we will leave that stage behind and realize whenever a person upsets me, it's because I'm upset with myself. So I will look at that and see why I'm so upsetting to myself. And here we see the Knight of Cups comes underneath the sun. So that's a great love that wants to be expressed. So I think your heart is bursting over with the love for these people that can't accept you. So that makes me sad. Okay, very beautiful pink energy here. So much love. Two knights. Knights are very hasty energy. So this might of course be also someone else that maybe by them not loving you before, you shunted them out and accepted your broken heart. And now they realize that they love you a great deal. And there's some kind of offering coming here. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. It's kind of diminishing a little bit. Knight of Cups, it should be Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, or Knight of Cups, King of Cups. So it's increasing, but it's diminishing. It's becoming smaller. So it might be that someone will seek you out in a very adventurous way because you're so very attractive here with this flaming light. And so like they will come like flies to honey. With the Hangman here, sorry for this moped sound, and with the Hangman there, it's 12, 1 plus 2, 3, so you're kind of getting over them, and here they come, and they still want round number 2. Of course, this can be Gemini also. You need to understand yourself, what's your story. I'm just telling the story I'm seeing, and it's different for the 10,000 people that might be watching this. It will be a different story for each and every one of you. Different castings to the different roles by the universe, as I say. So this can be you, and this can be another person, and this can be a third person. It can be many different people also included here. But since I'm kind of interpreting these readings in the same form which we interpret dreams, when we dream a dream at night, we start to interpret it when we have written it down in the morning. We start to interpret it as everything is happening inside of you. All these people are you at different levels. So this is a strong girl, and this is a strong and a little bit aggressive boy that wants to have their will through. And here we have some kind of insight of love that comes through. So all this is happening inside of you. And on the next level, we interpret it as the actual people that's in these and how they're interacting with each other. And another level can be that we are interpreted as a prophetic dream. What does this thing wants to tell you about the future? But what I'm seeing here is someone coming. They want you so bad. They have so much to tell you. They have so much to express. But then suddenly they get scared and they back off, and they remember a little bit their ego and what they want out of the situation. So they might charm you first, and then when you are hooked, it's like they're fishing, and when you're hooked, they will kind of step back a little bit, look a little bit more as they were not interested, because they feel very vulnerable here, and their ego is the only thing that saves them, feeling like they haven't totally exposed themselves, and they have kind of covered up a part of them that they were so scared of you, for you to see, because it's a part of them that they don't want to see hurt. So we can act very cool in some situation where we are not particularly cool at all, and that is a mask we are putting on. We are all doing that, and in this situation, it might be irritating for the one watching the person put on the mask, because yesterday you were so hot, and then now suddenly you just offer this little cup, and yesterday it was the big cup. So what happened? And here we have a Two of Wands. So I think this person that have gone through this big life change is not going to accept that. It's like, nah, not interesting for me. I'm not into that. I'm not into a person showing masks. This is a goddess that's very temperamental. She doesn't have masks. It's either very, very loving or very, very angry. So it needs to keep it real. The strength is also it's your instincts. It what comes up naturally before it goes through your filter of conditioning, and you say, no, I can't say that. That would be rude. So here you are yourself, collected, not over dramatic, but your pure essence. You are building on the foundation that's you, this volcano here. So the tower there, it's like a volcano too. And here we have a Two of Pentacles. So it's an uncomfortable feeling. Like of course you wanted this approach here to be solid, to not just be a child's game. You wanted it to be real, because it's real love that's behind this and real attraction. But if a person doesn't give, you don't give. If a person doesn't play ball, you don't play ball. So it's like this person wanted you so badly, but when they finally get you, it's like they leave the ball to your corner and you are going to dribble and fix the relationship. It's not going to happen. You are not in the mood, okay? And here we have a Seven of Wands, a Seven of Swords. Sorry, I was reading the Queen of Wands here. Knight of Swords and Seven of Swords comes from the Tower, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords. So someone is desperately trying to get you back into a situation you were in before. So they're coming out of the tower here, which you are currently burning down, because maybe you were living with someone or had a relationship with someone that was a little bit self-destructive. They didn't help you really with your relationship. So you said, to hell with it. I will burn this darn relationship down. And they don't want to see that. They don't want you to do that. But they want you back to where you were, in this false tower. So they want to hook you, so you will go back to your old behavior and be nice again. And while they don't have to do the work with exposing themselves, you can bleed on the floor for them. You can, be the person that gives them everything while they don't give that much to you, because they are a little bit chicken here, going back into their shell suddenly. and putting their mask on. 7-7. So there's a lot of challenges with this suitor here. They actually need to go through a big transformation. Death, it's Scorpio. This is Pisces, and then we have Leo. So putting light to our emotions, going through a transformation. So a person needs to, the sun, it's exposure. This is a mask. The person needs to let their mask fall so that they can go through a transformation. But they don't want to. They want to kidnap you with this pitch and forks, and it's like a little bit narcissistic people using empaths for their own pleasure. They push the empaths' little buttons so they will feel guilty and jump higher and higher and higher for the narcissist. And so this is just generalization, of course, but this is what I see. And here it's actually the empath is not on board with this anymore, and it's actually the narcissistic person that's need to change. And that's very hard because they have lost their inner core, or kind of put it in a very dark corner somewhere due to their narcissistic injury. So they can't really, if they expose their mask, there's nothing there, because their little entity that they had when they came, it's traumatized and kind of put out from the game. It's not you can't shake it up, you can't wake it up. It's going to have to go through a very hefty healing process here. This person might actually be in danger of even going crazy if they lose their narcissistic persona and their traumatized persona isn't there. What are they going to do? Become an empty bubbling shell? Well, I don't know. You can't push this person. You can just, it's fine. You say no here. You put up two boundaries and say no. I'm not playing this game anymore. And then it's up to them. How bad is their system hooked up on you? Like how bad do they need you? How much are they going to suffer if you are not around fulfilling their needs? And you did probably before, but then you changed your mind because it's a one-way street. It was a one-way street. You didn't get anything out of the deal. So you say, no, thank you. I know this deal. It's crappy for me. And for them, it wasn't crappy. It was life support for them. And when you took away this love, you left them with something that seems rather interesting. They need to go into the darkness and see themselves. When you are not sacrificing yourself for them anymore, they are going to have to go between these wolves and the towers and, figure it out. Why am I hurting so bad? What have happened to me? They need to heal their trauma. They need to wake up their little inner page of cups that has been bestolen by Hades down to the netherworld. So it's in the shadows there. So this is a lot of psychological babble, but this is very typical for a person that has went through a trauma, and their solution to the trauma was to make themselves super significant, like the only person that exists in the world. The other people, they are just there as marionette, as slaves. They don't have feelings. You can use them how much you want. They're not going to feel a thing. Only you feel a thing. Only you are important in this universe. So that is how they saved themselves from something that happened that was very traumatic. And here they're going to have to, find the beginning of this thread and go back in time and find the roots to their trauma, diving real deep. And that's what the divine wants to happen. It's both death and the moon. And here we are going over the river Styx. So they are out for a ride, and you are supposed to just chill in between and make this new foundation for yourself, as I told you in the beginning. Clear your mind, stop thinking, start to fine-tune your instrument, that's your body. Okay, so I'm going to take a card from the Oracle of Dragon Fae for my dear Geminis. See what's going on here. Probably that. Gwyn and Eloish. Attunement. Fine-tuning your instrument. Okay. So it's going to squeak a little bit because I'm going to have to lean my back towards the chair. Oh. Gwyn and Louis speak as one. Dear one, never be surprised at the ways in which your connections to the mother and the earth are being birthed into the world. If you experience prophetic dreams, I talked about these dreams, sift through the image and messages and know that all insights are worthy of attention, and most especially your own. The inner world and the earth's magic are both speaking to you and wishing for you to answer. Do this by connecting with your own inner self. We know that you are searching for answers that are indeed within you, and that the path you are walking is not easy under your feet. We all return to her, the great goddess, our mother. The earth wishes for you to reconnect with her in simple, pleasant, and joyful ways. Friends and food, laughter and love. Do not fear your own true self, your intuitive self. There are many words your people use for the truth of who you are, which can lead to confusion. And there has been fear and suspicion seeded in your minds, which can lead to mistrust. Know from your true magical self that you are a being of magic, with a unique blend of earth, air, fire, and water, magic making up your spirit. You are receiving messages, and yes, you also can hear them, just as we can hear each other's thoughts before they have even developed into words. In time, you will come to understand these silent ways of communicating, and know that the truth of your belonging to the old ways. Know that all beings, plants, animals, and etheric have so much to share with you. You are never alone. So I think it connects a lot to what you're supposed to do during this time. Connect to the earth, ground yourself, stop with the obsessive thinking, feel your body. Okay, so I'll also take a card from the Chakra Insight Oracle for my dear Gemini. Oop. Okay. We had another significant card, so I guess we will take both because both shined very brightly. Responsibility. It came for Taurus or Aries. I don't remember. 20. Take responsibility for your actions and your life. Great freedom comes with discipline. Cradled in the palms of loving hands, a sprouting seed rises up through the soil into the light of day. Within these seedlings is the growing vision of a great fruitful plant or tree. There will come a time when the steward of this seed will need to plant it into the ground for it to spread its roots down and far and grow in full form. There will come a time for the seed of life to give back to all who have nurtured it along the way. But for now it's safe here, being protected and honored by the one who has given the responsibility to care for it. So I'm actually thinking about the seed that you have sprouted in this person here, with first giving them a lot of love probably, and then realizing that it wasn't a two-way street, and then withdrawing your love and saying no thank you. Something going on with that that's making this your seed. Okay, 36. It's also the seed that you sowed with yourself, giving yourself this new foundation. Third eye chakra. Spiritual awareness, seeing, insight, visualization, intuition, psychic powers, vision, clairvoyance, imagination. So this is your job while you're waiting on this other person to go through their ordeal. From a spiraling center of white light and indigo rises Aina, the symbol of our third eye. 2 white lotus petals represent the manifest and unmanifest mind. Like our 2 eyes and 2 brain hemispheres, when used together they become one, intensifying their power to form a laser-sharp instrument. Aina, the one all-seeing eye, shines the way of non-duality to the single focus of this device. The balanced vision of our third eye provides a harmonious and holistic view of the world, integrating logic and imagination. It awakens our perception of that which shimmers beneath the superficial reality seen by our two physical eyes. So the Gemini can become one here. Aina grants access to the realm of the divine. So instead of arguing between your human mind and your human mind, you can, the two dualities of human mind, you can become as one and be one with the universe at this point. So that's not a bad deal. I will finish the general readings today, and then eventually I will start sprinkle out a little bit pick a card readings and the bonus readings that will be, I have decided for 1 month. So next bonus reading will be for Virgo season, and I will come back with the general readings for September in August. So it will be like this, that one is for the Virgo season, so that's from end of August or middle of August, we can say, to middle of September. Next will be for September, so they will overlap each other a little bit, if you can follow my train of thoughts there. So I want you to take really good care until then, and enjoy your time on Earth. Okay, bye-bye.